Are you looking for a sense of community? Top-rated schools, parks, walking trails, strip views? Well, I want to introduce you to one of the most unsung master plan communities in Henderson. Welcome to Seven Hills. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is episode 7. We are talking about Seven Hills Gated Communities, part 3. There are just so many subdivisions within Seven Hills. We just had to break it down. So today we are going to be talking about, in this order, the Terraces, Capistrano, Palermo, and Palentin Hill. And I will tell you, it was definitely kind of a challenge this time around getting into these neighborhoods because, well, you'll just have to see. Wait and see, okay? I'm going to keep it very simple and real today. We're going to talk about what's active, what's moving, and what is actually closing. And for quick context, all the data that I'm sharing today is from today, and this is real estate, and real estate changes literally like every second. So don't beat me up. And if you do have questions about it, just hit me up because I am here for it. I'm ready to help you guys. So let's jump into the video, off with the Terraces. First up, we have the Terraces. The Terraces is actually located right next to Elise Wolf Elementary School. It's the guard gate right next to it, so it's right there. It's a combination of single-story, two-story homes, and townhouses. Yes, it's really a great option for buyers that are maybe more at the entry point of their budget. We have now, in regards to sales, the sales are they're very low in here. To say the very least. We have, like I said, a mix of single-story and two-story homes. But in regards to active homes right now, 2. And literally from the time I inputted the information and turned on record, one of them went under contract. We are looking at properties within the Terraces between about 1,200 square feet just to about slightly over 2,000 square feet. What is great also about the Terraces is they have their own pool. They're the only community in Seven Hills that has a community pool. It is awesome. And honestly, I didn't even know until maybe a few years ago when, I don't know why it was in there, but I was driving around and was like, get out of here. Yes, their own community pool. It was actually really great. Anyway, back to the information. So in regards to active listings, we have active listings in the low 400. We do have one under contract at this time, and that one is it's a two-story property, just shy of 2,000 square feet, under contract for $525. We don't know what it's going to sell for, but just to give you a little context and pricing, that's where we at right now. So the most recent sale in the Terraces was a single story, and it sold back in December for $398,000, and it was just shy of 1,200 square feet. So, like I said, this community is a great entry barrier. To break the barrier, to get into the Seven Hills community, you have a community pool and you get the community Seven Hills total lifestyle and feel. You want to go see what one looks like? This one actually was active and now is under contract as of like this morning. So let's go take a look. Now here we are. This is a typical single-story home within the Terraces. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. 1,262 square feet, listed for $425. As you can see, this home is move-in ready. It's literally turnkey move-in ready. It looks like the seller has taken really good care of it. It looks like there's some fresh paint in there. The carpet looks relatively new, if not new. But this is exactly an example of what a home within the Terraces looks like. Keep in mind, this subdivision has a community pool. So if your backyard doesn't have a pool, who cares? Because you just go to the community pool. Seriously, guys, this neighborhood is definitely one to consider if you're looking into Seven Hills. Next up, we have Capistrano. Now, I had some challenges getting into quite a few of these neighborhoods because they have no active sales. And Capistrano has no active sales. So all I have to share with you in regards to this community is what is sold. We have properties from like 2,000 square feet to 2,800 square feet. And they have sold for, $585,000, $698,000, and $705,000. With one of the lower ones that sold for around $500,000. And like I said, the square footage range is from 2,000 to 2,800 square feet. Listen, when you're driving through Capistrano, it's really nice. Like, I don't go in that neighborhood often. I mean, I know you're like, why are you going to any neighborhoods often? Because I'm a nosy realtor and I like to see what's going on in my neighborhood, even though I don't live there. Anyways, I like to go in there. And Capistrano is one of those neighborhoods I go into, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's the way it's set up. I don't know what it is about that neighborhood. It always feels very just calming to me. I don't know, guys. But yeah, the Capistrano homes are really nice. It's a mix between single-story homes and two-story homes. Do you guys want to see one? Mind you, I had to go find an old one. So let's go take a look. Las Vegas, if this is not the prime example of what I'm talking about in Seven Hills, this is a prime example. This single story is just shy of 2,000 square feet and sold for $497,500. It originally was listed at $535,000. That means this buyer was able to get 6% from list price, like to purchase this home, 6% of list price. That is insane. But look at this home. It needs some updating. Can you imagine the value of this home once it is updated? Come on, Vegas. Come on. So if you're shopping Capistrano, you're not looking at one single price. There's a real range here, and for sellers, this is exactly why pricing strategy matters. The market will reward the right home, but it will not overpay just because it's in this neighborhood. All right, off to Palermo. Palermo is next, and there are no active sales in Palermo. So I'm going to give you some examples of what has sold in Palermo, all right? Palermo can command a premium when the home is turnkey, especially if it has features buyers want, like layout and outdoor living. All right, so let's take a look at these sold homes. So there was one that sold, listed for $629, sold for $650, listed $595, sold at list, listed for $785, sold at $785. So this kind of gives you an idea, like within this neighborhood, these homes are priced well and they're selling at or above list. So the premium in this neighborhood is real, but it's definitely earned. So here we are. We are looking at 1246 Diamond Valley Street. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-story home that is just shy of 2,000 square feet. It sold December of 2025. That is my most recent sales, guys, because that's all we have for this neighborhood because it's just a hot one. This property was originally listed at $785,000 and it sold for $765,000. And let me just add, this one was on the market for 130 days. 130 days, and I totally get it. Today's market, it's not the easiest market for buyers or sellers right now, but the seller on this one definitely had the patience. So anyhow, as you can see, this is a really good example of what a well-done, redone home, a home that has been cared for, loved, updated by its seller. I mean, look at this backyard, guys. Dude, the backyard is what sells it itself. But these are some of the options that you can do to your home. You can get it at good value. You can put your upgrades into it. And you can, when you're ready, sell at a premium. Last one, Palentin Hill. And this one has a very specific story when it comes to the data because there are no active sales, nothing under contract, and nothing is sold in over a year. That tells me that people love their homes and don't want to leave. No, you never know. But I will say that is pretty impressive. And this is part of the reason why I was having so many challenges getting into these neighborhoods because nothing's for sale. So back into 2024, I mean, we're literally going off history sales here, but you can tell from the data, I had sales at 715, 720, 750, 779, pretty much 780. A median for all these sales a year ago was, I think we are about around 730-ish, 735. That's crazy. I mean, I just can't believe there was like nothing, guys. There was nothing. But would you like to look at a property that sold over a year ago in Palentin Hill? And this will give you a little basis. And you can even tell by what has sold that if that was over a year ago, you can only imagine what the prices are in there now. So let's take a look. So here we are at 3048 Palentin Terrace. This is a 4-bedroom, 4-bath home, just under 3,000 square feet, sitting at 2,984 square feet. It is a 2-story, as you can obviously see, and this sold back May 2024 for a whopping $687,000. The original list price was around $715,000. Now, as you can see, this home looks like it was well taken care of by the seller, but there was actually another sale in that community, and I'm just going to share the data because I don't have really good pictures of it. It was a single story, 2,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and this one sold November of 2024, and it sold for $760,000. That is the difference of $140 per square foot than the one that it sold for $687. And you're probably wondering why. It's because the one that sold for $760,000 was completely updated and had a nice lot and a nice pool, and it really looked good, really looked good. If you want me to do a quick pricing opinion for your exact home inside any of these gated communities, just let me know. Send me a message with the address, and I'll tell you what I'd watch for based on layout, condition, and most relevant comps. And if you want, comment 7 Hills and tell me which gated community you want next. Actually, we're done with gated communities. You know why? We're going to guard gates. Guard gated communities are up next. Thank you for joining me on another episode of 7 Hills, the series. That was the gated communities. We are off to the guard gates. I'm super excited for the guard gates because those properties in there are absolutely stunning. But until then, peace.